How's it going, Nick? Joseph, nice to see you guys. If you guys can hear me, let me know. Please let me know. Just waiting for it to start on the TV. We started like a minute early here. I think it's all good. Turn the chat on. Let me flip that around. Live chat. There we go. Awesome. So I think we're all good. I think so. Let me know, guys, if you can hear me okay. If you were on the last live, we were having some volume issues, and I think we got it sorted out. There we go. At least on the TV, it's working. Perfect. Awesome. Thanks, guys, for joining in this impromptu live. Very impromptu. I'm here all by myself tonight. We have Nez holding down the F15 on the fly right stand. Our beautiful anodized one that arrived. That'll be in the next video. Howdy, Mr. David. Awesome. So yeah, impromptu live. There's a reason for this other than it just being random. Yesterday we had the SU30 show up from Skymaster. That's the big box behind you guys. And today we had the Picarito number 33, I think, show up from Elite Aerosports. And I don't want to do a specific unboxing video for these planes. That's why we are doing this unboxing on the After Dark channel. The other reason to do it tonight is I will be gone this weekend to my daughter's volleyball tournament all weekend starting tomorrow. So this is the fill-in for this weekend, missing the After Dark live. So yeah, howdy everybody. Victor at Jets Over California, awesome. Howdy Gary. Perfect, so I'm gonna flip you guys around. If you're watching this or tuning into this and you're not a subscriber of the After Dark channel, number one, give this video a thumbs up. I can see the thumbs up right there. There's 20 of you watching and there's only 7 thumbs up, so please hit the thumbs up button. And if you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button down below. And let's get busy with this. So we have 3 gigantic boxes. Well, 1 gigantic box and 2 normal size boxes. And yeah, now I don't generally like to do unboxings live. And the manufacturers generally don't like me to do, or like anybody, to do the unboxings live. The reason for that is if there happens to be damage on the plane or it's destroyed or something like that, that would be bad. But these boxes all arrived in good shape. The Skymaster one was on a pallet. Everything is good. All the tape's still intact and everything, so that is good. The Elite Aerosports Picarito, everything looks good. There's a little ding right there, but when you feel inside, there's, I think the wings are probably in here. There's bubble wrap and stuff, but that just looks like a little tear, so that's totally fine as well. So, yes, everything should be just hunky-dory. So, I'm just going to pop back and forth, and yeah, the camera's totally weird, isn't it, Nick? My shirt's, I don't know what color it is. It's blue. Victor said there was a horrible mid-air BVM F-18 in a car for Rebel Max. Ouch. I bet you there wasn't much left of both of those planes. So, a little update on some other stuff. This week has been a little bit slow with the F-15. That's on the stand there. I think Saturday's video is the next video in the series. It's been a real busy week this week doing kind of non-airplane related, life related things. And that's the reason for it. We did get the flooring installed yesterday in Artemis, and it looks so good. If we have time at the end of this video, I'll give you guys an update on that, but there's some really, this next video, Not the video coming out on Wednesday, which would be video 3, I think, of the trailer build series, but video 4 in the build series of the trailer. It's going to be fantastic. All right, guys, so we're going to unbox the Picarito first because it's more manageable. The scheme on this, as soon as I saw it, I sent it to David, and I knew it was definitely his scheme. So, howdy, Mark. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining in. So as we go through this, guys, this is a little bit low-key compared to normal. Nobody's here in the shop. Just me and Nez are hanging out, and that's it. So it's going to be a little bit low-key. As I get stands and stuff, you might have blank spots in the video, but that's the way it goes. It's all good. Every once in a while, I'll check the comments and stuff, so we'll go back and look at that. So this scheme on this plane is really exciting. I've been waiting for this one to build this Picaro and my Picaro at the same time. So now that this one is here, we can get rolling on it, which is great. Oh. Oh man, I like that purple and I like that green. Dang, that's nice. David, I'm assuming you're still here. Looks really good. Okay, so normal Picaro fashion, we've got the front fuselage in this box. We've got the surfaces, the canopy are all here. What we'll do is we'll unpackage these things, put them up on the table, and then we'll unpackage the other box. Nez is going to come help because, of course, she's a cat and it's a box. Hi, buddy. And she is wearing her harness because my travel trailer got picked up today by the new owner. So Nez was outside helping out, hanging out with us, because she definitely has a case of FOMO. And if you don't know what FOMO is, because I don't really know what, well, I didn't know what FOMO is up until recently. Fear of missing out. She's got a fear of missing out. And she has slowly become in love with the new airplane trailer. So, all right, we'll do the surfaces first because the surfaces may be sort of normal. They may be bright and colorful. So when you guys see this, it's going to be pretty awesome. And David, if you're on here, we haven't ordered the Revic bag set yet. I think purple would be in store for this plane. What do you think? All right, let's see. Oh, that is stellar. Oh my gosh, I'm just looking at the camera here to show you guys. I don't think the camera is going to pick up on it, but the purple is metallic purple. I think I'll try and get that for you guys. Yeah, there you go. I think that gets it. Super cool. The green, this is like neon green. Not quite neon green, I guess, but it's bright green. And then this is like an army green almost. That looks really nice. Very nice. So the Picaro now, compared to the last one that we built, it's coming with the double horns, just like mine did. This should be an exact match to mine that we unboxed not too long ago. I think mine was number 29 and this one's 33. But that should tell you what the scheme is. Nuts. Looks so good. Just going to check the comments here, guys. Yes, purple Revic wing bags, absolutely. Let's see, I'm just reading the comments here, guys. Tord, when is the CARF F4 set to arrive? I will be at Joe Nall May 14, 15, 16, or 13, 14, 15. Anyways, I'm going to Joe Nall on the Wednesday. I'm flying there. We'll be at Joe Null on Thursday and a little bit Friday morning, and then coming back home Friday. So we are, part of the reason we're going to Null is to figure out the shipping and logistics for the CARF F4. It is ready to be shipped, along with a bunch of other CARF planes, but we've got some details to figure out with them. Of course, our new world of shipping fees and issues like that have really complicated things a little bit for certain things, but for some things, no complications at all, like Skymaster. For us Canadians, zero issues. All right, so the other side, oh, and I like how the star swoops back like that. That's very nice. All right, so that's a match to the other horizontal stabilizer. It looks like it's dripping. It looks so good. All right, so this is going to be the vertical stabilizer, also known as the rudder, sort of. So you guys are seeing all the behind the scenes stuff, because normally when I do an unboxing video, this is all the part that I just fast forward through. So you get to see me struggle with bubble wrap and packing material. All right, so rudder. Oh, nice. Very nice. Just checking the visual on the camera. What does that look like? To me, the camera looks like it's picking it up pretty good. I think the green on camera, the darker green, is showing up a little darker than it actually is in real life. But that is cool. What a cool scheme. So everything is normal on this guy. Everything looks like it's supposed to, so wicked. All right, so fuselage we'll pull out in a second here. I'm just going to check the comments. Okay. So Mark said, do you sell or can you recommend a fuel filler system? I've looked at the V-Speak and the LEV3 fuel system. Mark, for us, basically I use one that was made by my friend Joe at RC Custom 3D Printing. He is currently not making the same fuel system. It's an auto filler system kind of deal. And the reason he's not making it is because the parts went up so much in price that it just doesn't make sense anymore. Like, it sounds like you're wanting something sort of techy, like an autofill system for a bag. So, but if you're looking just for a good filler system, Jersey Modeler is really hard to beat. So, okay, so we've got our canopy. We'll set that aside, and then we'll put our fuselage up on the stand here. And then we'll toss our box to the side. So nice thing about the Elite Aerosports planes, the smaller ones, is they get airshipped. So this guy was airshipped to us. Takes like, I don't know, 2 weeks, 10 days, something like that to get here. And it's just super easy, simple. Okay, so we'll unwrap the fuselage here first. It's not Saturday. Phil is confused. Yes. Yes, Jeremy, an impromptu after dark. We need Nez merch. Yeah, I'm away over the weekend, guys. That's why we're doing the live tonight. I was thinking about just not doing it, which would mean that, and actually in 2 weeks from now, Oh no, I'd be back for that one. So this kind of keeps things on schedule, which is good. Because I will be at Null, but I'm back home on the Friday, which means as long as we're not at the field flying on Saturday, which is highly likely, that they'll still be alive. Oh, the other thing. Last weekend, I flew my Atom. So the very first flying day of 2025 here in Canada, took my Atom out to do some hover practice, hover tries, hover attempts, and it was fun. It was stressful. It got my heart beating a lot. I was able to, first flight, I just kind of did a get used to the plane flight again. Second, I did 6 flights total. Second flight, I went up. About halfway into the flight, I started going up, stopping it and hovering and stuff. I think my longest one, I was probably maybe 30 seconds, I think, before I pushed out of it. But overall, the plane is really nice. With our setup, with the Cortex and the Sweewin 190 and everything, it works great. Even at our elevation, I think it's got gobs of power. At takeoff, I go straight up. The only thing I don't like about it is the fuel tank that I did, 4.5 liters, is way too much fuel. So I was flying with my Atom, a 7-minute flight, and then with about a minute left in that 7 minutes, I was spending about 4 minutes doing hover stuff, and I was landing with 30% fuel. So I was flying for like 10 to 11 minutes and landing with a third of a tank still, which is like 1.5, almost 2 liters of fuel. So I have contacted Carlos at CM Jets about getting a fuel bag for it. I don't know if fuel bags are approved yet here in Canada, but mine's getting a fuel bag. All right. Nice. Oh my gosh, that is so nice. Oh man. David, I think I might want to trade with you if you want to do tradesies. Although my red one's pretty slick looking, this is unique. Wow. That is stellar. Very cool. I love the white on there and the details of the stars and everything. Let's get the canopy opened up and get that canopy on there. Very nice. So we're going to be putting together these 2 Picaros at the same time. I will do some videos on it. And in the unboxing of my Picaro, I did cover some of the changes and updates that they did to the kits. But I will cover that again in the build videos. It's going to be sort of a condensed build series, but we're pretty much building the planes identical, but different than the first one. So the first one, we put a Chicoy 195 in there. These 2 will be putting 160s in, which is still a big engine, but I think it's going to be a better sized engine for the plane. So one of the things that I touched on in my unboxing is the braces that were added there. Oh my gosh, that looks so good. Oh yeah. Oh, I love the details on the front. Yeah, it's a little dark in the camera. Sort of. I guess it's an accurate representation. But beautiful details. That scheme is popping. That is so nice. Awesome. Good job, Elite Aerosports. That is great. Awesome. Okay. Nick, need a shirt saying jet approved by Nez? Yes. Absolutely. Arnold, I like that. That's a great idea. My bag identifies as a tank. I love it. Awesome. Cool. All right, guys. Well, that is the front portion of this plane. Looks stellar. Elite Aerosports doing their normal magic. So I'm going to put this on the table. And then we'll pop down our other box. Now our other box has obviously the back portion of the aircraft. And the wings will be in here. Just make sure that we're in view. Yes. Still here, guys. I'm just checking bringing the chat up on the TV. There we go. I think that should work now. Awesome. I think that works. Okay, so back end of the plane. Based on the little picture here, the back end is going to be a lot more green. It looks like this carries over into the back end a lot, so very cool. All right. If you're just joining us here or joining us partway through and you missed the beginning, please make sure you give this video a thumbs up. We've got a bunch of viewers on, but not many thumbs ups. And also, if you're not subscribed to this channel, which is our After Dark channel, please hit the subscribe button. Okay, so I do love how this comes. Remember this from mine? It was just a nice little pop in, pop out thing. And we got a lot more cardboard here to burn. Or, I mean, we don't burn cardboard and plastic bubble wrap, we recycle it all. All right, so we'll pop our wings out. There we go. I always love the cologne of whoever packages the Elite Aerosports aircraft. Because somebody sprays a bit of cologne in there and it smells so good. All right, wing 1, wing 2. Wing tubes. And fuselage piece. There we go. All right, so I think I'm going to use the box here, the Skymaster box, to do the back end. Bring you guys in a little bit closer. There we go. All right, how many people do we got on here? 32 people. Awesome. Nick, the Picaros, both of them are getting a Chikoi 160 is what's going in here. Still a lot of engine. The recommended engine for this plane is a 132. But for us, at elevation, a 160 will operate like a 132. And for David, this plane will go to California, and it will be a nice balance between speed and efficiency and size. If I didn't know any better, I heard a diesel pull up. Maybe Chad's en route. All right, so here is the creme de la creme of this Picaro. This is awesome. All right, so we're gonna get rid of that. Don't wanna give it away yet. Oh man, and the details on here are very nice. All right, so here is the Picarito. So the Picaro 2.0, very commonly called the Picarito because it's the smaller version. So very nice, very nice. All right, so we got the stock pipe already installed in there. Looks good. Everything is standard Picaro setup. So, and I think the bottom is also going to say Picarito based on the way it's written. Looks like the T is right there, so probably says Picarito. Well, it obviously says it here, and then it says it on the bottom as well too. Let's check. Picarito, yes. All right, very nice, very nice. Okay, so let's unpack the wings next, and then we will put this guy together so we can see it all assembled. And more fancy cologne. All right, this I'm excited for as well. All right. Very nice. Solid, solid, solid. So gorgeous construction like normal. Oh yeah. Beautiful details. That looks really good. Looks very good. Very nice. All right, so we'll unbox or unpackage the other wing, and then we will get this Picarito put together. Holy, we've already been doing this for half an hour. This might be longer than a normal live. Craziness. This does take a while though. All right, so we've got that's our horizontal stab tube. Our wing tube, nice glossy carbon, and then our rudder tube is right there. Beautiful. So nothing left in there. All right, so we'll pop open our other wing. Beautiful wife. What's going on? How are you? What? Oh, you're not going to come help? You're not going to be my camera person? All right, guys, so we're going to unwrap our last wing. This live was so impromptu that even Katie had no idea that we were doing a live. All right. And the swing, I suspect, is an exact match to the other one. Yes, it is. Very, very nice. Gorgeous. Nice, nice paint lines, nice details. Very, very nice. I'm just looking at the screen on the TV, and man, everything's just popping. My logo's popping, the colors are popping. Looks good. All right. I'm just going through some of the questions here, or comments. Yes, balance of speed and efficiency, exactly. Well, it could be cologne or perfume. It smells masculine to me, so. Jay, no, I'm not doing a live on Saturday. I'm going to be at my daughter's volleyball game all weekend. Starting tomorrow, we drive to Edmonton, which is a few hours north of us. So it is not a shop weekend. It is a family weekend. All right, but we do have some cool things coming for Apollo while we're away. So it's a bit of a double whammy with picking things up while we're in Edmonton and going to Vienna's volleyball, my daughter's volleyball game. Okay, so I'm just finding the bolts to put this fuselage together. Just back you guys up a little bit. Here we go, need to find my tool. Okay. 3mm ball end, check. All right, a couple of the things that I know they've changed on these aircraft are this cutout right here as well too. We've already talked about the control horns, the cutout right here as well. So previously we had to put the fuselage together with the engine in place but not bolted down, and then put the fuselage together, I think, or take all this stuff out and then try and bolt the engine down, which was the 195 was a big engine. Real pain to get in there, but with that cutout and stuff, it's much better on this one. So let's see here. I'm just trying to figure out which ones we're going to use. So this fuselage, putting it together, obviously this is just temporary right now for storing it and showing you guys. But it is pretty easy to get together and in this form. It's not a scenario where you would want to be separating this on a regular basis, because you'd have to pull engines and stuff. So oh my gosh, that looks so good. Dang. And apparently, according to the owner, David, this is one of his favorite planes. He actually owns 2 of these now. So this one and the first one that we built. So I haven't never flown one yet. So I'm excited to get mine together and fly it. But apparently it's an absolute rock star. So I do really like these 2-meter jets, partly because they are easy to put together. They're fuel efficient. Nice size flyers. They fit in my truck. They fit in my trailer, obviously. So you can kind of fit them in almost any vehicle as well too, easy to transport. So it's kind of right now it's one of my favorite size planes. And if you look at my plane collection, I've got a few 2-meter jets now. So it's very fitting. The Atom, the Rebel Classic, the Picaro or Picarito, my Rebel Hot that I maidened down in Tucson is sold, it's gone. That was the purple one that I put together. I don't think that one's long enough. Oh, there we go. Cool, that's beautiful. All right, so we'll put our rudder on next. There we go. Picaro rudder is very nice, 1 bolt in the front. So if you do need to get this apart, it's actually pretty simple. All right, so we're pretty stiff on this end of the carbon. That end is good. So this is the stuff that, part of the reason why they don't want you to unbox these things live. So this is one of the challenges. So the tube has just a little bit of a flare out right here. The rest of it moves in and out nicely. So I'm just going to take a little bit of sandpaper and sand that down. I'll show you guys what I'm doing. So, go with this guy. I'm just going to double check and make sure I got the right end again. Yes. And we'll just sand this down a little bit. So I'm using pretty aggressive sandpaper just to get the tip off here. And one of the reasons I'm struggling a little bit is we went to the field last weekend. I was using a reaming tool and I totally got a massive blister right in the middle of my right palm. And obviously I'm right-handed, and every time I use it throughout the day it gets popped open, so it hasn't been a lot of fun. Okay, we'll put a little bit of BVM dry lube in there just to see if we can get it to pop in. Yeah, one side of the tube fits really nice. The other side not so much. So let's check and see. So we'll use our calipers, 15.99, 15.99, 16.1, yeah, it's funny how 0.1 millimeters makes all the difference. Wild. crazy. All right, so we're just going to do a little bit of gentle sanding here. All right, so I'm not going to, I won't bore you guys with that stuff. We'll just pop the rudder on and leave the tube off. So what I'll do is I'll clamp that tube down on the table, and I'll take some sandpaper and just go on all directions on the tube, and that will get everything sanded out. We have to do the same thing on our BVM T33 kit, was the same type of thing. So, okay, so I think the rudder bolt is the longest one. And we do have the anti-rotation pin in there as well, so I'm not worried about this. We'll just make sure, obviously, that we don't bang it before we get that carbon tube in. Nice. And as a bit of good measure here, we'll put a little bit of tape on those, or the rudder surface. All right, and I'll check comments in a second here, guys. If you have any questions or comments, ask away. There we go. Whew! Dang, that looks good. All right, so break time, we'll check the comments, and then we'll do our other tail surfaces. Okay, I'm just gonna go back a bit. Okay, Gary Ward color scheme. Yes, it's very cool. Yeah, thanks, Nick. It's nice to have a break once in a while for sure. We do have a lot of projects to get done for the middle of June, but that's okay. We'll get them done. Kenneth said, John, when are you going to be at Joe Nall? So I'm flying to wherever Joe Nall is on the Wednesday of May 13, 14, whatever day that is. I will be at Joe Nall all day on the Thursday, so I'm not sure. I've never been there before. I don't know where I'll be. Probably sort of close to the Aero Panda booth, but I'll be there all day on Thursday. And then probably Friday morning is the plan, because I come back Friday afternoon. So thanks, Jay. Appreciate that. It's provincials for us, which is like, depending on where you are, it would be like state for you guys if you're in the US. So provincials, and then while I'm at Joe Nall, she's at nationals, or that same week. David said, my absolute go-to perfect size and speed. Yes. Yeah, Raymond said, I like the smaller sizes as well. Like you said, they are so much easier to take out and fly on a regular basis. Yeah, absolutely. As an example, last weekend I went flying to our field 2 hours north. Artemis, my new trailer that I've been working on, isn't done. So I had to fit everything in the back of my truck, which has like the tonneau cover on it. And I took the Atom, which is in the silver bag right there, and I took the BDXS and fit everything in the back of the truck. and it was awesome. I had to take the tail sections off, but and my bed's only a 6'4" bed, so it was nice. It was very nice. Alex Gonzalez, I'm looking to get the MB339 as my first jet for my 50th birthday. Nice. Which would you prefer to fly, a super fast pylon racer or a turbine jet? Turbine jet, if you're asking me. Cool. All right, so I'll flip you guys back around. We'll put our tail section on. All right. So tail section will need a little bit smaller Allen key size. So what I do when I'm flying my planes or going to the field where I need to take the tail off, which isn't always very often when I'm pulling my trailer. But in a situation like my BDX, my big BDX as an example, the tail always comes off because it's just so big. Take it out of the package. One side's already in the surface like this. So, but if you are having to take them off like this for some reason, the tubes are usually marked. So you'll get a left and a right. So we've got our left side there. Obviously you're looking through the hole and making sure you get it lined up. So once I can see right into the tube, the threaded section, then we can do this. And this is one of the reasons that I will usually always leave one side of the tube attached to the surfaces. So even my Rebel Classic, when we're going on a long trip and we need to take the tails off, I'll just put this in its individual bag with the tube sticking out. And on my BDX, though, they go back together and then they go inside the bag. So, all right, so this is good to go. So nice, solid fit. Awesome. And then our other side. So one thing I've noticed with the Picarito is the main tube really pulls everything in together. So right now there's a bit of a, I don't know if this will show up for you guys. Right now there's a bit of a gap right here on the trailing edge. And then when we put this one in, there'll probably be a bit of a gap on the trailing edge. And then what happens is you need to kind of jam these guys in, which is nice because it really tightens everything up and snugs everything together. So it's a nice, nice tight fit. So this gets a little bit wonky sometimes because I got to use my body. And I think she's going in. Nope. All right. So we'll leave that for now again, and we will put our wings on next. Okay, so wing tube, no right, left. It should just be generic. But just for the sake of space and time, I'm just going to put one of these wings on and the canopy so you guys can see it together, and then we will unbox the SU30 from Skymaster. Actually, I'll put the other wing on just to keep everything balanced. As long as I can get it. There we go. That's fine. And we'll take that wing off in a second anyways. And there is our scheme. I don't know what the scheme is called, but dang, does that ever look good. Wow. That is stellar. Wow. Very nice. Very impressive. And just so you can see it, so that's Picarito number, well, that's the second one that's in the series. And then if any of you guys have missed it, that is the other Picarito that's going to be built at the same time. So that's my Picarito, and that one over there is David's Picarito. Picarito. Cool. So very, very nice. Happy with it. I think they did a magnificent job. Very nice. Gorgeous. Okay, so we'll put these wings back in the wing bags. Guys, I'm just going to disappear from the camera for a minute here while we put things out of the way. Dun dun dun. Check our comments quickly. Give him the red one, he won't notice, yeah. Nice. Welcome, Floyd. I'm glad you're able to make it. Cool, cool. Joe, thanks for hopping on. Well, I sure hope you make it, because if you only live an hour and a half away, that's not much of an excuse. Of course you should be there. Okay, so I think I'm going to take the wing tube out, probably take the tail surfaces off just so they're out of the way. And then, yeah, then we just have the fuselage. We can set that over there. Whew. I think we are actually starting to get in the threads, so. All right, well that tail is definitely on there. Holy mackerel. All right, so we're just going to leave that tail on. I'm going to bag up the parts. so don't lose any of them. All right, guys, and that is the Picarito 2.0 unboxing. There we go. So very nicely done. Elite Aerosports did a magnificent job on that aircraft. The fit and finish is stellar, and you will see more to come when we put these guys together. So now we are going to get into our SU30 aircraft from Skymaster. So, thinking about space here. I think I'm going to put the Picarito behind you guys. So then at least it's out of the way. I think I saw a question about calipers. Using calipers, do you squeeze really hard? I don't generally squeeze really hard. I just make sure that they're nice and flat. Because if you're measuring something and you're at an angle, that can make a big difference. Like we saw with that tube, you know, 0.1 millimeters makes the difference between it fitting in nice and easy to not really fitting in at all. So, all right, so Picarito is safely tucked away. And it is SU30 time. So I forget what scheme this is. If you saw my picture on Facebook that I posted with it in the back of my truck, you would have seen the picture, sort of. It's just a black and white picture. Sorry about the earthquake. But there is the aircraft. So it'll be obviously a camo type scheme. I do forget what color it is, but there it is. Yes, the box is gigantic. It's very similar to, again, sorry about the earthquake, very similar to the F-15 box, just about half the length, that's all. So it's, but it's a big box. Not small by any means. So now the way these are packaged is usually the top just pops right off. So unfortunately we don't have loads of people to help. So what I'm going to do, because of the size, and we don't need to keep this box, excuse me, I'm going to cut the sides and everything off, and then we'll just makes dealing with it a lot easier. There we go. So with Skymasters, you've got like an outer normal cardboard box, and then on the inside there's like the super thick, like this stuff's maybe 1/4 inch, that stuff's 1/2 inch, so the really thick cardboard. The nice thing when you're unboxing multiple planes like this is you can use the other boxes to condense your cardboard in, so it's much easier to deal with. And for a few of you guys, I forget what video it was on, but I think it might have been the Roban Apache video. I jokingly said that I broke down and I took a knife safety course because of comments from a viewer. It was funny how many people actually took that seriously. Obviously, people that don't watch the content regularly. How many people took that seriously? I remember one comment said, "If you seriously took a knife safety course, I'm done." It was all for fun. All right, so we'll cut off this last side, and then we've got our top. Uh-oh, I'm cutting towards myself. All right, and voila. So this is the, I'm assuming you guys are familiar with this, but this is the two different sizes of cardboard. So this is like normal cardboard box, and that stuff's the super thick stuff. Bum, bum, bum. But we are cutting this into bits, so we don't have to deal with the ginormous cardboard box. And we do have goats too, so actually our goats are using the F15 box crate. Better to call it a crate. They're using the F15 crate as a shelter, which was actually great. All right, so I'll bring you guys in a little bit for this one. Maybe I'll put you on the table here while we do this. That might be cool. Oh yeah, there we go. There it is. There's the view. All right, so this is what it looks like. Oh yeah, now I remember the scheme. This is what it looks like when you first open up the Skymaster box. I don't know if you guys can see that. It is I don't think it's going to show up yet. It's the blue camo scheme. And it is stellar. Awesome. That is gorgeous. How do I know it's gorgeous? Well, I know what the full-size plane looks like now that I see the colors. There it is. Oh, very cool. Very cool. So that is the Skymaster boxes when you first open them up. So some people say these aren't packaged very well, but it's actually packaged very well. All the parts get wrapped up and everything's so light at this point, and they kind of strategically pop everything in there, and usually everything's just great. So very nice. So what we'll do is we'll take these pieces out one by one, stack them over there, and go through this thing. Whew. That's as tall as we get. Again, sorry about the earthquake. Just check the comments here. OH&S won't like that. Yep. Thanks, Jay. Cool. All right. There's my knife. Okay, so we'll take our little parts out. We got air tanks, parts bin, air cylinders, a PDOT tube, trays. That's all pretty standard stuff. All right, we got tail with vectored nozzle. That looks different this time. Huh. Interesting. That's curious. Looks different. I thought last time the whole tail section was all metal and it moved. But it doesn't appear to be like that this time. Okay, we got our canards. So, front fuselage section. Oh yeah, that scheme is stellar. Oh my gosh. Oh, that blue is gorgeous. Oh man, that front section, the blue, the little details on there. We got a lot of bubble wrap. If you're local and you want some bubble wrap, just let me know. Come and get it, please. Otherwise, it's kind of a hard thing to store. All right, so let's try to figure out what to take out here. Okay, so we got our nose cone. Oh my gosh. You guys will like that. It's very exciting. Okay, so we got our tail surfaces. Tail that's a rudder, vertical stab. We've got a wing, I think. Yes, a wing. Very nice. And we've got some rails. We have the stinger with the chute. Oh, we've got some more rails. And that is everything on that side. So the fuselage is sitting on its side at an angle. So we've got our wing tubes. Should have our other wing tucked in there. other wing. Oh man, the colors are awesome. You guys will like this, it's nice. Very nice. I heard my phone beep. What's going on? Tord, thank you for watching. All right, guys, so I think we got a couple things before we pull this fuselage out. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so more surfaces. And the last thing should be this fuselage. So I'm going to pull the fuselage up, lay it sideways on the box, and then we will look at where we're going to put this thing. Don't worry, that was just bubble wrap tape ripping. Oh my gosh. Holy Hannah, that's heavy. Whew. All right. There we go. Oh. Huh. Kind of need to make some room. This is a little bit nuts. So, maybe I will grab a hood stand. I'm going to slide this over. This is going to be some of the not so amazing stuff. Slide that out of the way. Okay, that's going to stay there. Just pause for a minute. Not actually pause, but you know what I mean. Now I would use the new fly-right stand that we got for the F-15, but the F-15 is currently living on it. So we'll use this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Okay, so the nose gear is sticking down right now. Oh my gosh. I forgot how big this plane is. All right, so we may not put this thing together just because of time, but I want to unpackage the fuselage for you guys just so you can see that portion. And then I think we'll call that it. Wait till you see the color on this fuselage, and that nose section is gorgeous. Didn't really check and see how you guys are looking. There we go, that might be a little bit better for you. Oh my gosh. Wow. Dang. I don't know if our previous one had that much detail. I don't think it did. This one seems to have a lot more fine details in it. Oh yeah, that is gorgeous. Oh my gosh, can I bring you guys in and take a look at this? This is what I was talking about with the nose section too, is the level of detail. When I saw that nose section over there, even through the bubble wrap, stellar. So just amazing. Awesome. And I like that it's a matte finish. It's not a flat finish. And it's not glossy. But there you go. Lots of cool details on there. Good job, Skymaster. Knocking it out of the park again. Yeah, they did a real nice job on the weathering. It's not crazy, not crazy. Wow. And these heat sections, sorry guys about the earthquakiness. The heat sections there, ooh la la. That is so nice. Wow. Very cool. I'm going to open these engine hatches up. This is all the same as last time, or the last one. Yes. Same setup. We got our pipes in there. Wicked. Very nice. Awesome. Yeah, very cool. Wow. Good job, Skymaster. That is, that's stellar. I love the blue. That blue is wicked. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to check the comments here. See here. Yeah, just a little bit of rearranging to do after the live. Yeah, Floyd, the SU is a big plane. It's a different size, like it's a different plane because it's big, but the F15 is just big altogether. So as I'm looking at these two, like the SU is a big plane, the F15 is wider, deeper, and the fuselage on the F15, it's always that size. But the SU, as soon as you add the tail cones, the stinger, the verticals, the horizontals, the wing, like it gets so big. But the F15 is actually a bigger plane between these two. The camera's probably not gonna pick up on it, but they're both very large. But the F15 is just a big whale. So crazy. Crazy, crazy. All right. So I don't think I missed anything, guys. Cool. All right, guys. Well, that is where we're going to stop things. And as you're checking out the bubble wrap. Yeah, that was a long time. So it's like unpacking two planes is like a 3-hour process with cleanup. Even longer collecting them. So thanks guys for tuning into the impromptu live. Again, we won't be doing a live this coming Saturday because I'm away, but that's the reason for this one. And we had these two planes to unbox, so it was fun to share that live with you guys. Thanks for tuning in. We got lots of fun stuff coming up. The 15's continuing. The Picaritos will be starting. We'll be doing the A10 refinishing, the SU30. Artemis, the airplane hauler, is making wicked progress too. Yes, I am busy and there's lots to do. So thanks guys for watching. Thanks for tuning into the live, and we'll see you next time.